Mages, warriors, and assassins are familiar classes or professions within mythology, each embodying distinct skills and roles. However, beyond these well-known archetypes lie the realm of advanced classes. These advanced classes are reserved for legendary figures, embodying powers and abilities beyond imagination. Are you familiar with each of these classes? Once upon a time, amidst the pages of ancient lore and whispered legends, there existed a figure of mysterious and formidable power, the Summoner. In the rich tapestry of mythology, the Summoner is a master of arcane arts, wielding the ability to beckon forth beings of otherworldly origin and command their might to shape the course of destiny. Imagine, if you will, a cloaked figure standing amidst swirling mists, inscribed circles of power at their feet, and incantations of ancient tongues upon their lips. This is the essence of the Summoner, a conduit between the mortal realm and the vast, unseen realms beyond. Within the annals of mythology, the Summoner's prowess is renowned far and wide. From the summoning circles of ancient Mesopotamia to the mystical rites of medieval grimoires, tales abound of these enigmatic figures harnessing the power of celestial beings, elemental spirits, and mythic creatures to achieve their ends. But what makes the Summoner so potent in the realms of myth? It is their ability to forge pacts and alliances with entities beyond mortal comprehension, binding these beings to their will through the sheer force of arcane knowledge and spiritual resonance. In many mythological traditions, the Summoner is depicted as a figure of both reverence and fear, a wielder of forces that transcend mortal understanding, capable of reshaping reality itself with but a word and a gesture. Yet, with great power comes great responsibility, and the Summoner's path is fraught with peril and temptation. In their quest to command the forces of the cosmos, they may find themselves drawn into darkness, their souls imperiled by the very entities they seek to control. The Summoner often takes on a pivotal role within adventuring parties. They are the masters of utility and versatility, capable of summoning reinforcements in times of need, unleashing devastating spells upon their enemies. Their presence adds depth and intrigue to the party dynamic as they navigate the delicate balance between wielding power and succumbing to its seductive allure. In the epic sagas of old, where heroes clashed with gods and monsters roamed the untamed wilderness, there arose a figure of ferocious might and uncontrollable fury, the Berserker. Picture, if you will, a warrior consumed by the primal rage that dwells deep within their soul, their eyes ablaze with an otherworldly fire as they charge headlong into battle. This is the essence of the Berserker, a force of nature unleashed upon the battlefield, wielding their fury like a weapon and leaving devastation in their wake. In the annals of mythology, the Berserker is a figure both revered and feared, known for their unparalleled strength, endurance, and savagery in combat. Unlike the disciplined warriors who fight with precision and strategy, the Berserker is a tempest of violence and chaos, driven by an insatiable thirst for glory and conquest. But what distinguishes the Berserker from the ordinary warrior? It is their ability to tap into the primal forces of nature, to transcend the limits of mortal flesh and channel the raw power of the Berserker spirit. In the heat of battle, they become like unto wild beasts, heedless of pain or consequence, their Berserker fury propelling them to feats of strength and valor that defy mortal understanding. In many mythological traditions, the Berserker is associated with the cults of ancient gods of war and fertility, revered as living embodiments of divine wrath and ecstatic frenzy. From the Norse sagas of the Berserker warriors who fought with the fury of wolves to the Celtic tales of warriors who entered battle in a trance-like state, the Berserker's power is legendary and fearsome to behold. They are the vanguard of mighty armies, the harbingers of chaos and destruction, and the champions of gods and kings alike. But with great power comes great peril, and the Berserker's unbridled fury can prove as much a curse as a blessing. In their Berserker rage, they may lose themselves to madness, becoming little more than mindless berserkers driven by bloodlust and primal instinct. In the crucible of combat, the Berserker must walk a fine line between valor and recklessness, harnessing their fury for the greater good while guarding against the chaos that lurks within. Amidst the tapestry of legends and lore, there exists a figure of mystical prowess and martial mastery, the the Eldrich Knight. But what sets this enigmatic warrior apart from their more conventional counterparts? And how does their power resonate within the realms of myth and legend? Envision, if you will, a knight clad in armor adorned with arcane sigils, their blade aglow with otherworldly energy. This is the essence of the Eldrich Knight, a warrior who wields both blade and magic in equal measure, blending the arts of war and wizardry into a seamless tapestry of power. In the annals of mythology, the Eldrich Knight stands as a paragon of versatility and might. Unlike the traditional knight, whose strength lies in martial prowess and chivalric virtue, the Eldrich Knight delves into the arcane mysteries of the cosmos, harnessing the forces of magic to augment their combat prowess and achieve feats beyond mortal ken. It is their ability to weave spells and incantations into the fabric of combat, imbuing their strikes with the power of the elements, summoning mystical barriers to shield themselves from harm, and conjuring arcane energies to smite their foes with devastating force. In the myths and legends of old, the Eldrich Knight is often portrayed as a figure of both awe and dread, a warrior whose blade is as sharp as their mind, and whose mastery of magic knows no bounds. From the tales of Arthurian legend, where Merlin's arcane wisdom guided the hands of knights in their quest for the Holy Grail, to the epic battles of ancient heroes wielding enchanted swords, the Eldrich Knight's power is legendary and revered. In the company of heroes, the Eldrich Knight is both stalwart defender and arcane sage, a beacon of strength and wisdom amidst the chaos of combat. Their presence adds depth and diversity to the party dynamic as they navigate the delicate balance between martial prowess and mystical mastery. If you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. It's free and you can unsubscribe later. Once upon a time, in the vast tapestry of mythology, there existed a sacred order known as the priesthood. Among their ranks, there arose a figure of unparalleled wisdom and power, the high priest. But what sets this lofty figure apart from the ordinary priest? While both serve as conduits between mortals and the divine, the high priest ascends to a higher echelon of spiritual authority and insight. They are not merely practitioners of religious rites and rituals, but are bestowed with a deeper understanding of cosmic truths and arcane mysteries. In the pantheon of mythological tales, their communion with the divine imbues them with the power to perform miracles, channel celestial energies, and dispel dark forces that threaten the balance of the cosmos. Consider the tales of ancient civilizations, where the high priest was revered as a living embodiment of divine favor and cosmic wisdom. From the Oracle of Delphi in Greek mythology to the High Priestess of the Tarot, these figures wielded influence that transcended mortal limitations, guiding the fates of nations and individuals alike. In the grand tapestry of mythology, the role of the High Priest is multifaceted and profound. They serve as mediators between gods and mortals, interpreting divine will and administering sacred rites of passage. Their words carry the weight of prophecy. Their blessings bestow fortune upon the faithful, and their curses invoke divine retribution upon the wicked. In contrast to their portrayal in mythology, the role of the High Priest in RPG games takes on a pivotal significance within adventuring parties. Revered as the guardians of spiritual well-being, these stalwart figures serve as healers of both physical and spiritual wounds. They stand alongside heroes and warriors on the front lines, wielding divine power to protect their comrades and vanquish foes. Their abilities extend beyond mere healing, as they bestow buffs and blessings upon allies and even possess the resilience to absorb enemy attacks, assuming the role of tank when needed. Once upon a time, in the realm of myth and legend, there existed a rare breed of warrior, the dragonslayer. These formidable champions were not mere mortals who wielded swords and shields, but heroes who had faced the ultimate test of courage and skill to vanquish the mighty dragons that roamed the land. Imagine, if you will, a warrior adorned in armor stained with the blood of dragons, their eyes gleaming with the fire of victory. This is the essence of the dragonslayer, a figure of unmatched prowess and power, whose very presence strikes fear into the hearts of mythical beasts. In the annals of mythology, the dragonslayer stands apart from ordinary warriors by virtue of their extraordinary deeds and the blessings bestowed upon them by the dragons they have slain. For in many tales, it is said that by bathing in the blood of a dragon or partaking of its flesh, The dragonslayer gains not only great strength and resilience, but also mystical powers that make them nearly invincible. Take, for example, the legendary hero Sigurd from Norse mythology. Following his epic feat of vanquishing the fearsome dragon Fafnir and immersing himself in its lifeblood, Sigurd underwent a transformation beyond mere mortal bounds. Endowed with the gift of understanding the tongues of birds, he gained access to profound wisdom and foresight, while his senses were sharpened to an unparalleled degree. Moreover, his very being seemed infused with newfound strength, rendering his body nearly impervious to harm, a testament to his indomitable spirit and heroic stature. But what sets the dragonslayer apart from the normal warrior is not just their newfound powers, but also their indomitable spirit and unwavering resolve. They are warriors who have stared into the abyss of fear and emerged victorious, their courage tempered by the flames of dragonfire, and their will hardened by the crucible of battle. In the realms of myth and legend, there exists a clandestine order of warriors whose skills in stealth and subterfuge are unmatched. The Master Assassin, also known as the Shadow Blade. These shadowy figures are not mere agents of death, but masters of their craft, honing their abilities to deadly perfection through years of rigorous training and clandestine operations. Imagine, if you will, a figure shrouded in darkness, their movements silent as a whisper, their blades swift as a striking viper. This is the essence of the Master Assassin, a warrior who lurks in the shadows, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies and vanishing without a trace. But what sets the Master Assassin apart from the ordinary assassin? It is not just their proficiency in the art of assassination, but also their mastery of deception, infiltration, and manipulation. They are not mere killers for hire, but agents of chaos and intrigue, capable of infiltrating the highest echelons of power and toppling empires from within. In the annals of mythology, certain races are said to possess a natural affinity for the arts of stealth and assassination. Among these are the Dark Elves, whose mastery of shadow magic and innate agility make them perfect candidates for the ranks of the Shadow Blade. Yet, the power of the Master Assassin extends beyond mere physical prowess. In many myths and legends, they are depicted as possessing supernatural abilities and arcane knowledge. From illusions that confound the senses to poisons that defy antidotes, the arsenal of the Master Assassin is as diverse as it is deadly. The Master Assassin often assumes a vital role within adventuring parties. They are the scouts, the infiltrators, and the saboteurs, whose skills in stealth and subterfuge are essential for navigating treacherous dungeons and outwitting powerful adversaries. Across all realms and epochs, Master Assassins emerge as the silent guardians who halt wars in their tracks before the first battle cry echoes. They are the unseen phantoms who dance in the shadows, their actions veiled in secrecy. Through the elimination of a select few, they safeguard the lives of thousands, if not millions, sparing the innocent from the ravages of conflict. In the clandestine dance of power and intrigue, Master Assassins stand as the unsung heroes whose actions echo through the corridors of history, shaping the destinies of nations with every precise strike. In the realm of mythology, amidst the pantheon of gods and goddesses, there exists a prestigious and revered class of beings known as the Divine Heralds. These celestial messengers are not mere mortals, but chosen emissaries of the divine, entrusted with the sacred duty of delivering messages, prophecies, and divine decrees to both gods and mortals alike. Among the illustrious ranks of the Divine Heralds stands one figure whose name echoes through the annals of time, Hermes, the swift-footed messenger of the gods. With his winged sandals and herald's staff in hand, Hermes traverses the heavens and the earth, bridging the gap between the mortal realm and the divine domain. But what sets the Divine Herald apart from ordinary beings? It is not merely their swiftness of foot or eloquence of speech, but their unique connection to the gods themselves. Divine Heralds are bestowed with divine gifts and blessings that elevate them above their peers. In the myths and legends of old, Hermes is revered as the patron of travelers, merchants, and thieves, a cunning trickster whose wily antics often confound even the mightiest of gods. Yet, beneath his mischievous exterior lies a deep well of wisdom and compassion, as Hermes uses his divine gifts to guide and protect those in need. As the messenger of Zeus, Hermes plays a pivotal role in the affairs of both gods and mortals. From delivering Zeus' commands to the other Olympian deities to guiding the souls of the departed to the underworld, Hermes' influence extends far beyond the boundaries of Mount Olympus. But Hermes is not alone in his divine calling. Throughout mythology, other beings have risen to the esteemed rank of divine herald, each with their own unique powers and responsibilities. From the angelic messengers of Abrahamic traditions to the sacred heralds of ancient Egyptian mythology, divine heralds are revered and honored for their tireless service to the divine order. In the vast tapestry of mythology, there exists a rare and revered class of spellcasters whose mastery of magic transcends mortal comprehension: the Archmage. These formidable sorcerers are not merely practitioners of arcane arts, but wielders of cosmic forces that shape the very fabric of reality itself. Imagine, if you will, a figure robed in robes of shimmering starlight, their hands ablaze with the fires of creation, their eyes alight with the wisdom of ages past. This is the essence of the Archmage, a being whose power rivals that of the gods themselves, and whose knowledge of the arcane is as boundless as the cosmos. But what sets the Archmage apart from the normal mage? It is not merely their proficiency in spellcasting, but their deep understanding of the underlying principles of magic and their ability to harness the most potent and esoteric energies known to mortals. In the myths and legends of old, the Archmage is often portrayed as a figure of immense power and wisdom, a custodian of ancient secrets and arcane knowledge passed down through the ages. From the wizards of Arthurian legend, whose spells could summon storms and raise armies of the dead, to the sorcerers of ancient Mesopotamia, who communed with gods and demons alike, the Archmage's power is legendary and revered. However, within certain myths, the journey of the Archmage is laden with peril and temptation. In their pursuit of arcane mastery, some are consumed by greed and fear the loss of their knowledge upon the demise of their mortal form. Thus, they tread the path of lichdom, transforming into a lich and ultimately ascending to become an archlich. In the rich tapestry of mythology, there exists a class of warriors whose very name strikes fear into the hearts of their enemies: the Warlords. These formidable leaders of men are not merely skilled in the art of combat. They are master tacticians, charismatic leaders, and champions of their people. In the grand tapestry of realms and battles, the Warlord class emerges not as a force of sheer strength nor as wielders of arcane might like the mages, but from the boundless depths of their intellect. Picture, if you will, a battlefield where warriors clash and mages weave spells that paint the sky with magic. Amidst this chaos strides the Warlord, not the largest nor the most adorned with mystical robes, but with eyes that pierce through the fog of war, seeing not just the present, but the future of the conflict. For it is said that the Warlord's mind is a weapon more potent than any sword or wand. With strategic acumen honed through years of study and experience, they possess the ability to turn the tide of battle with a mere thought. While berserkers may revel in their brute force and mages in their arcane prowess, it is the Warlord who stands as the unseen architect of victory. In the annals of history, many armies have boasted formidable champions and powerful sorcerers. Yet, it is the rare breed of Warlord who can lead their forces to triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Their cunning and foresight become the linchpin upon which the fate of nations hinges. For in the art of war, it is not always the strongest who emerge victorious, but the wisest. And in this realm of strategy and conflict, none are as fearsome as the Warlord. From the timeless sagas of Alexander the Great, whose sweeping conquests reshaped the very fabric of history, to the divine intellect of the goddess Athena herself, the Warlord's prowess stands as a beacon of legend and reverence. It is their ability to inspire loyalty and unity among their followers, to rally disparate forces under a single banner and lead them to victory against overwhelming odds. Once upon a time, in the realm where time itself danced to the rhythm of the cosmos, there existed a rare and mysterious class of magic wielders known as chronomancers. These enigmatic sorcerers were not bound by the linear flow of time like ordinary mortals, but possessed the ability to bend and manipulate the very fabric of temporal reality. A figure cloaked in robes of shimmering silver, their eyes alight with the wisdom of ages past and future. This is the essence of the Chronomancer, a master of time magic whose powers transcend mortal comprehension. In the myths and legends of old, the Chronomancer is often portrayed as a figure of immense power and responsibility. They are the guardians of the temporal continuum, tasked with preserving the delicate balance of past, present, and future. From the ancient sages of Babylon, who studied the movements of the stars to divine the patterns of destiny, to the mystics of the Far East, who meditated upon the nature of time and space, the Chronomancer's power is legendary and revered. But what sets the Chronomancer apart from ordinary spellcasters? It is not merely their ability to peer into the tides of time, but their mastery of temporal manipulation, the art of altering the flow of events to suit their will. They can accelerate time to hasten the growth of crops or slow it to a crawl to trap their enemies in stasis. They can even glimpse into the past or future to glean insights and knowledge beyond mortal comprehension. Picture, if you will, a battlefield frozen in time, where every movement, every strike, hangs suspended in a timeless void. Such is the power wielded by these enigmatic beings, capable of halting the flow of time itself with but a mere gesture. The mere concept of stopping time is often regarded as a supremely overpowered ability, even within the realms of fiction portrayed in shows and games. It is a feat that captivates the imagination of many, stirring dreams of manipulating the very fabric of reality. And yet, it is the Chronomancers who are renowned for mastering this elusive art like no other. In the realm of mythology, the Chronomancer often assumes a pivotal role in shaping the fate of heroes and civilizations. They are the unseen hand that guides the course of history, the architects of destiny who manipulate the threads of fate to weave the tapestry of the universe. Many of us have indulged in the fantasy of stopping time, allowing our minds to wander through the myriad possibilities such power could afford. Whether it's to steal a few precious extra moments of sleep in the morning or to sneak a peek at a classmate's test answers, the allure of temporal manipulation is undeniable. So, I pose the question to you, what would you do if you could freeze time? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let your imagination soar. However, among other races, particularly the alphas among them, the ability to halt time is equally coveted and wielded. If you're curious to learn more about the most formidable individuals within each race, click on the video to the left. And for more captivating mythology content, check out the video to your right. If you found this video enjoyable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads.